Hello YouTube, I am back and here is my next build. I'm going to give you a sneaky peek at what I will be making for the International Steampunk Symposium. Airship Ashanti is actually going to be doing a tea table there, and we wanted a really amazing cake stand. However, cake stands are a little bit on the pricey side, especially the one I wanted. The one I wanted was about $150. Ouch, can't really afford that just for an event. So I took a look at the picture and kind of analyzed the parts and pieces, and I was like, you know what? I can do that for less than 150. So here we are. Unfortunately, I had already started doing some of the build on this because, again, you know, my brain didn't think that far forward, and I didn't know if I was going to be doing YouTube or not. It's something I've been wrestling with for quite a while. I really don't like public speaking. I'm really kind of self-conscious, and this really isn't the best way to, you know, help with that because, you know, things are what they are. But at any rate, my airship decided to be like, go Megan, go, and like do it. So here we are. I am going to start filming a lot more of these hopefully, and let's hope that all goes not too terrible. So at any rate, what you can do is get a flat tiered cake stand. You can usually get them thrift stores. I've seen them quite a few times there. If you don't get lucky at a thrift store, you can order them online anywhere from $20 to $30. You can get them metal, you can get them plastic. So long as they're painted correctly, it really isn't going to make a heck of a lot of difference if you do metal or plastic. Me personally, I went ahead and I found a metal one. Give you a little look. There you go. Now this is not what it looked like when I got it. It was just a flat top tiered cake stand, and basically what I did is after I got it, I went to Michael's, and they have this wire. It's like a thick bendable, like this bends like really easily, bendable wire. They have a whole lot of different designs. Just went ahead and picked some of this up and then glued it along the edge of the flat cake stand. Now the glue that I used for this is actually seen on TV. I'm skeptical of seen on TV, but this actually worked out quite well. It was $10 for the pen, but it's lasted through quite a bit of projects now. And I must say, the hold is really well. Because you know with glue, sometimes if it's too dry, it's going to crack off the project. If it's too rubbery, then it's going to peel off the project. You got to get the right glue for the right project. Otherwise, it just falls apart and kind of defeats the purpose of you having put all that time and effort into saving money and doing it yourself. But this actually worked really well. I was quite shocked and surprised. It's 5-second fix, and that's what I used to actually glue the metal onto this cake stand. After I had the cake stand glued and it dried, I basically took it outside and spray painted it. I used 14 karat gold Krylon, and the paint job turned out really well. I do like that particular brand. I haven't had a whole lot of trouble with it flaking or cracking or anything to that degree. So added the metal, spray painted it, and then from there it just comes down to decoration. Now decoration, you know, you can do whatever floats your boat, whatever you think is pretty, whatever is aesthetically pleasing to you. Me personally, since this is for a Victorian steampunk table, I went ahead and used these. Now, I actually had a chandelier that was my grandmother's, and after she passed away, my mom asked if I wanted to have it, and so I've just had it sitting around because it's massively heavy. We can't really use it in our house. Grandma bought it forever ago. I was with her at the antique store when she bought it. She didn't even have it in hers. It's been in storage. So I was like, you know what? Let's go ahead and upcycle, recycle this and put some use to it. So it is actually Victorian era glass chandelier pieces that I wound up using on this. However, since it was so old, the metal on here is very frail and brittle, so I am having to rework and rewire. But you can get these guys at antique malls. Sometimes you can find them at like junk flea markets. You can get them a lot of different places, and they are really usually inexpensive to come by and get your hands on. However, something I didn't know is you can actually get kind of a comparison as well. Like if you cannot find them from an antique store, when we were at the Hobby Lobby, they actually, these are plastic though, so they're not quite as authentic as your glass ones, but these are like $10 for 6, which isn't terrible. Yeah, and it gives you the illusion that you might need. So there's another idea for you right there. But I did go with the antique, and If the metal is frail on there, no worries. You can actually fix that. These guys, little drawer metals right here, they are really inexpensive. They're like $2.99. You get like 75 or 80. You get 80. Wow. I wasn't aware there's many. But you get 80 of these. They were 50% off when we bought them, so we didn't even end up spending $2.99 on them. We spent half that. And just rechain them. Rechaining is fairly easy. Little wire, I'm having a very lovely brain fart. Pliers for wire. There we go. We're just gonna go with that. Pliers for wire. And then you cut the old metal, get some wire cutters. You cut the old metal out. Like so. Make sure you get all the metal out of there because you're going to be restringing them, so you definitely don't want metal caught in the middle of there because that could definitely... There we go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Take one of these little guys right here. Just thread it through the hole. Wrap it up on this side. Wrap it up on this side. And then take your wire and just continue wrapping till you get a nice secure hold. There we go. Now you got a link. And then what I did, because I like the look of it, is once you got your base here, I went ahead and got these infinity links because I think they're really, really pretty. And the infinity links weren't very expensive either. I don't know where the tag went. Oh, there it is. Wait. Here we go. Infinity links. They were like $2.99. And then you just take your wire pliers, pull it out so you can pull out the little, there's a gap. There'll be a gap in it. You just pull it out. Put it on the link that you just made. Sorry if you can't see this. Tighten it back up. And then you do the same for the following pieces until you get a chain. Like, I don't know. You probably can't see that. Like this guy right here. Once you got a completed section, basically what I also got was this. It's a little bit of craft wire. This in particular is 26 gauge. I find it's easy to work with, but it doesn't break real bad. You can put a little bit of pressure and twisting on it without having a lot of issue. Cut off a small piece, about 1 inch is what I did. Thread it through, and then pick where you want it on here, slide it through the metal, twist, and there you go. So yeah, this is going to be featured at the Steampunk Symposium if you want to come and see the finished project. And shout out to our ship. Hopefully we'll see you there. If not, I will be posting another build. The next thing that I'm going to be building is I'm doing a time teapot. So, because tea time, it's steampunk tea time. So I'm building a time teapot. And then also I will be later mounting this onto the Lazy Susan and rigging up the gears. So I will go ahead and film that when I get there. Alright, I hope you all have a really good day. And hopefully this will help inspire you to make your own $150 kickstand for $50 to $60. Bye.